Hello everyone, I'm Ken Stolzman, FBL graduate, class of 1960. My wife Dawn, also an FBL graduate, class of 1962. We have kind of a neat story that we want to share with you on how Hannah Wilcom, currently is a sophomore student here at Fox Valley, how she happened to come to Appleton. During the 1987-88 school year of FEL, we had the opportunity to host her father when he came as an international student. Johannes, whom we always called Johan, was a junior, similar to our son Paul. Our two daughters were currently, or at that time, attending UW-Whitewater. All three of our children treated Johan as a brother. Johan, from what we can tell, was like the third international student to attend Fox Valley. While he was with us, everything really went smoothly. On occasion, Dawn would ask Johan, "Have you written your mother and father?" And he would just say, "They know I'm okay." And we shared this commentary with Johan, and he provided some words relating to writing. He says, "I sure do remember these occasions when I had to sit down to write. My mother kept the letters all these years, and by now I have them. From time to time, I look at them to remember these marvelous days in the U.S. These letters were written in Genglish. Since thinking and talking in English affected my use of the German language, and Genglish is a combination of German and English. Therefore, when Johan returned home, we did not really expect many letters from him. He just didn't like to write. And keep in mind, this was a long time before the internet or any form of electronic communication. Occasionally, he would send a card, but never with a return address. About 5 years ago, I decided I was going to try to find him. I went to LinkedIn, which is a business/social networking site, and I was elated when I found his name. Right away, I sent an email to him. Well, 2 weeks passed, nothing. So I contacted the German company that was listed in his profile, and they responded that he no longer worked there, and they would not provide the name of his new company. I really thought I had hit a dead end. Well, about a month after I had sent the email, Johan, and I think by divine intervention, decided to check his LinkedIn site for any emails, and that's where he found my email. And he responded immediately. And it was like finding a long-lost son. Well, that started a steady stream of emails, pictures, and we also provided the same thing. So it allowed us to know him better and his family. In the spring of 2016, Johan sent an email indicating that he, his wife Daniela, and Hannah were coming to the States for a vacation. And he was wondering about maybe stopping at our place for a cup of coffee. Well, we kind of laughed, because why would they travel that far for just a cup of coffee? And so after a number of emails and our invitation, they came to stay with us, and we had a ball. One of the things that we had listed as an activity was a tour of this facility. Mr. David Voss readily agreed to give us a tour. And I should add that prior to them coming here, they already had planned on sending Hannah to a Canadian school for her junior year. She had just completed her freshman year. Well, they were so elated about what they saw here at Fox Valley that they started thinking about, well, maybe Hannah could come here. And obviously, Dawn and I were elated about this. However, we also thought by the time they got back to Germany, these thoughts might go away. Well, right away they started to pursue what was necessary to have Hannah admitted as a student at Fox Valley. I mean, we have been just elated that she has come. And she arrived on August 16 of this year. As far as we can determine, Hannah is the first second-generation international student to attend Fox Valley. That's in part why we felt this story was kind of neat to share. And we would love to serve as host parents for Hannah. However, because of our travel schedule, we simply cannot do that. But we have volunteered to be host grandparents, and Hannah stays with us periodically. Now, we ask Johan to share some words about his attendance here at Fox Valley. And Dawn, why don't you read those?
Okay, Johan wrote, from August 1987 to July 1988, I attended FVL for my junior year. The international student exchange organization called Youth for Understanding organized my stay in the United States. My family lived in West Berlin at that time. Germany was still divided with a wall surrounding West Berlin. The internet was invented but not open to the public, and a letter took 7 to 14 days to cross the Atlantic. So communication differed a lot from today. I can say that this year was one of the most influencing years while growing up. In 1987, I was the only international student at FVL, staying for the entire year. A girl from Panama started the year but only stayed for 8 weeks. Being raised in an evangelical Lutheran family, the Youth for Understanding organization thought FVL was the perfect match, and it was indeed. The school spirit, chapel, religion classes, as well as the challenging academics, especially the math and science classes which I took. Teachers and students did everything to help me integrate quickly. And so did the Stolzmans. They were amazing, as they would include me in their family as if I were one of their own, a son and as a brother, with all their love, advice, and guidance. When I visited them with my family last year, I felt the same warm and open welcome as I did 29 years ago. I felt like I had never left. Looking back, the year prepared me well for my life thereafter. I am grateful for this experience, and therefore very happy that FVL is giving our daughter Hannah the same opportunity. During our tour of FVL, we were really impressed by FVL and with all the possibilities for a premium high school education.
We thank Johan for his remarks. Incidentally, when Johan left in 1988, we gave him direction that he should go back to West Berlin and get the wall taken down. It came down in 1989. Not sure about the connection. Hannah is a cheery, studious, and a very respectful young lady. And we look upon her as being another one of our granddaughters. Besides her classwork, she's involved in cross country, also the band, playing the violin. She and her parents now live in Frankfurt, Germany. It will be a sad day when she completes her sophomore year and returns home. Thank you for listening.